Alright, so changes are coming to a particular area of the park. Essentially, this whole area is getting a complete overhaul. And you know what? I'm here for it. Oh, yeah. Let me explain. Before we begin, if you're new here and at any point in this video you find enjoyment, happiness, or simply something useful out of this video, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. I appreciate it. So we found out in August 2024 at Coaster Fest that a complete change is going to happen at DJ's Diner. If you're unfamiliar with DJ's Diner, it's pretty much Six Flags Over Georgia's retro 50s restaurant, similar to Mel's Diner at Universal Studios Florida. But we were informed that DJ's would be simply gutted and redone, making it better and more appealing. The park aimed to make it a scratch kitchen where you can order food, you can watch them make the food from scratch in front of you. I love this idea and I do love some good food. Shout out to Eric, by the way, who is over the food at Six Flags Over Georgia. He's been making a huge difference in the food over there at the park before the merger, and it appears with the merger, the Cedar Fair higher-ups are giving the park a facelift with the food, just as Cedar Fair parks traditionally have pretty good quality food. Sheesh, their food is phenomenal. But anywho, exciting news and a milestone within the process. We just received more insight on this overhaul, that including official concept art. We see that DJ's looks completely different inside. It's a lot more spacious and open with much more seating. Looks like they're going to use more of the open space rather than it just being used as dead space where people would just walk through and just stand there. I do love this idea of the scratch kitchen concept for the park and really hope that they can pull it off and consistently too. I am in support of the freestyle machines as long as they can keep the floor around it clean and not sticky, and the ice in the machines at all times. The three sections of order here, pick up here, and mobile order are nice. Now, I really love that they have railing to separate the three sections, and I truly hope they add mobile ordering to every restaurant in the park. But with this one being overhauled, I'm optimistic that they'll have a dedicated work staff working only in the mobile pickup area, so it can be an effective method there, just like how there's a drive-through line at a restaurant and you can order in person too as well. There's often at times two separate staff for those, and I'm truly hopeful for that here. Now as far as food, the park states that they have revamped the menu with new dishes. They haven't really touched on that yet. I do hope that they keep the hot chicken sandwich though that they recently added on the menu. But continuing on, they changed up the chicken tender baskets, which boy oh boy, if they can use some Zaxby's or Raising Cane's quality chicken tender baskets, then that'll for sure be worth the meal plan. But hey, I'm hopeful. But also they'll have fried chicken sandwiches and juicy all-American burgers with brioche buns. This I really hope they can pull off. Now the best burgers by far at the park is at JB Sports Bar and Grill. They often at times have a usually delicious specialty burger that changes each season. Like, I don't know if this is a leak, but on the app it says they have a JB's burger. I don't know what that entails, but I like the play on words of JB's, like JB Sports Bar and Grill, and Beast, like it's going to be a nice hearty burger. But who knows? We'll see. But all in all, I'm curious to see this new burger at DJ's. Lastly, they mentioned that they are going to have house-made mac and cheese. Now mac and cheese is delicious and it can be simple to make, but if they can pull off a delicious creamy flavorful mac and cheese like at a barbecue joint, then I'd be in love, and I think you would be too. But speaking of barbecue joints, this brings me to Daddy-O's Barbecue. Daddy-O's is being changed to Firehouse Barbecue, and what we know is that it won't be open during opening weekend, but it'll be open sometime during spring break. And I'm super hyped about this. Six Flags Over Georgia states, step into a cozy, small-town firehouse with authentic decor sourced from local fire stations. The walls will be adorned with firefighter helmets, vintage alarm bells, fire hose reels, and more, all set against a backdrop of bold, rustic charm. They go on further to explain briefly the food of the likes of southern classics like brisket and pulled pork slow roasted to perfection. slow cooked collard greens, and chicken drumsticks full of flavor and golden roasted smashed potatoes. Aforementioned, they briefly explained it, but I'm going to shine more light on this overhaul of Daddy O's, that this is definitely the doing of Cedar Fair. Why do I say that? Cause they already have this restaurant at Cedar Fair Park, such as King's Dominion. King's Dominion has a firehouse barbecue that the quantity and quality of food they give you for the price is absolutely incredible. Want to see how amazing this food looks? Check this out. Whew, delicious. To wrap up, Attitudes is going to have an overhaul too as well. It's going to have an overhaul to a small town auto shop. Check out this artist rendering. Looks interesting. Lastly though, snug in between FKA Daddy O's, that's formerly known as Daddy O's, and the Icy place, it appears that they removed the caricature drawing place and added a very useful refuel station that you can go inside too with AC. And what I love is the theming, almost as if it's an old-timey gas station with the old school looking gas pumps outside from what it looks like. I'm loving this and looking forward to this and all of these changes and enhancements along with the new Georgia Gold Rusher coaster. But now, it's time to hear from you all. What are your thoughts on all of these changes? What place are you most interested in experiencing and trying? How do you feel about the change in the USA section of the park, with the park aiming to go back to the feel of the 90s, which is honestly when the park had its aura about it? Share your thoughts and let me know in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you. Till my next video and or adventure, take care, be well, and have a thrilling day.